Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Season 5, Episode 12, Compromising Positions. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. 'Cause everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Auntie's Advice. Welcome to the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Yes, I have a jacked up eye. My grand puppy knocked me in the eye with her big 45-pound paw and knocked my glasses, tore my glasses up and knocked the lens into my eye. Yes, I did go to the emergency room. No, my cornea, nothing was scratched, but I do have a awesome bruise. And as you can see, the eye is swollen and puffy and red. So I am feeling better. I have some antibiotics, and your auntie's going to be okay. Thank you to everybody on Instagram who sent their prayers and their well wishes as I was going to the emergency room. Okay, thank you. So, y'all, tonight's episode, if I had to rate tonight's episode, I would rate it a C minus. Probably a D. Let's just go with a flat D, okay? I didn't think that the episode was that eventful, but you know what? We're going to have fun and we're going to talk about it together, okay? So, although I have my glasses on, I am not going to be reading the comments, okay? Hopefully, I won't be reading the comments. So, the first couple that I want to start off with is Larissa and Eric. As we know, Larissa is wanting to have plastic surgery. She wants boobs. And they want us to believe that Eric is paying for it. Here's the thing. If Eric cannot afford a cell phone, he damn sure can't afford no double D breasts. Okay? It just is what it is. She has a girlfriend with her, and they are driving to, to the plastic surgeon for a consultation. And Larissa, wants these big old boobs and everything. And Eric is concerned that Larissa is doing this and improving on her body, for other men. Larissa says that she's doing it because after she had her baby, her children, 15, no, I'm exaggerating, 5, 7, 9, 10 years ago. You're finally starting to do that when you get to America off of somebody else's money, right? And so, they want us to believe that Eric is going to be paying for this. And she goes in about a nose consultation and everything. And he tells her that her nose is big. Well, damn, I should have had 5 plastic surgeries as big as my nose is. But you know what? It fits my face. God created it this way, and I'm happy the way it is. There was a second segment with Larissa. I didn't look at it. I'm afraid. I just was like, I can't do it. I just ain't going to be able to do this, okay? So I did not look at the next segments that Larissa was in at all. And so that is all that I have to give you on that, okay? But, basically she just wants, any excuse to try to look different. But the thing that Larissa has to realize is that whatever needs to be fixed inside of here and not outside, okay? You got to work your way, from the inward out. And that is what really, that's change, okay? So anyway, that's enough of that young lady. Like, seriously. The next couple that I want to talk about is Andre and the family. Andre and the family are going to a vineyard, and they're going to make wine Moldova way. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, So they're in the van, all the families in the van, and of course, our girl Jenny is sitting in the back and acting as if she has never been anywhere, period. She talks about the wine and, whether or not they're going to be drinking the wine. And, Andre nicely tells her it is only going to be grape juice. It has to ferment and it has to do, it has to go through the process. And so, of course, she's acting as if she doesn't know that. And so, Andre says that he is on his best behavior because he wants to make sure that daddy pays for that wedding. He hasn't said that, but he is hoping that daddy pays for that wedding. So he's on his damn best behavior. He wants the families to come together. And so, of course, the father and Andre's parents are there, and his brother and his wife, and they're all, having a great time. They get to the vineyard, and they see a little donkey, and the donkey's just as cute as it could be, and they're crushing wine. I mean grapes. And so, the father gets in and he, begins to do it. And then the mother gets in and the daughter gets in a separate little barrel and they're crushing grapes. And then they tell, Charles and Andre to smash the dispute and to smash the grapes together. So Andre tells him, if you get in, I'll get in. And so the two of them get into the grapes and they're just, smashing the grapes and everything. And all is right with the world. And they, look like they've come to a place where they can reconcile this relationship or at least get along until they get to, the United States or whatever. And so then after all of that, okay, excuse me, y'all. And then so after all of that, they show another segment of them where the father and the brother are still harassing the friend. And so they're asking the friend whether or not, why is it that Andre hasn't been willing to talk about the police force and why he left. And it's obvious that there was some things that were going on, some alleged corruption that they don't want to talk about on camera. And you have to respect that. That's just like if you ask someone, why did you leave, another police department? They said that there was some corruption in there, and if you got into it, you got into it. It wasn't a thing where you can just hit it and quit it, and you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be caught up into some stuff. And so they decided not to do it. And the other guy was, really basically saying it was some people who didn't want us to be here. You know what I'm saying? And so the things that have happened in the force, or whatever they were trying to get Andre and this young man to do, they weren't willing to do it. And so they fled the country so that they could be safe. And I think that, I have a feeling that the family already knows this, and why they want to put this out on television, I don't know. But I mean, we all know that, there was some political things going on with Russia and Moldova, and I believe Moldova has separated and all that kind of stuff, from anyway. They need to respect the fact that he does not want to talk about this on air. The brother kept saying that there was some really pretty women there, and he couldn't understand why. Oh, excuse me, that been wanting to come. He couldn't understand why he, wanted an American woman and not to date one of the women over there. Okay, well, he wanted an American woman and she wanted a foreign man. The two of them fell in love. For me, all of this has already been done. They're already married. Like, it's not like they're getting married for the first time. This couple is already married, okay? So it is what it is. The next couple that I want to talk about is Paul and Karini. We see Karini packing up the baby in the house alone because Paul is with his mother, probably begging for money or whatever. And Karini is like, I am going to go and see a lawyer. I am not happy here in the United States. Paul won't get a job. I gave him an ultimatum and told him that he needed to find a job within the next 2 months, or I'm back. And so she decides that she's going to go and see a Brazilian lawyer because she wants to know what her options are. And so when she goes, to the lawyer's office, she decided to find one who speaks Portuguese or has a Portuguese interpreter. And so this is right up her line where she can really just say what she needs to say and not be stumbling and fumbling over words, which was smart. And so now, as we all know, this has been filmed some time ago. And we know that there was an incident between Paul and Karini. This now, hindsight being 2020, this now shows that Karini was trying to get away a long time ago, which is probably why Paul, I'm just speculating, why Paul went and did the CPS stuff because, he was talking about fighting her in court and all this kind of stuff because he's so afraid to be alone and he doesn't want Karini to take the baby back. A lot of people have felt like Karini wanted to be here in the United States. I asked the question, was this Karini's plan? Karini doesn't appear to even want to be in the United States like months and months ago. She was ready to take her baby and go back to Brazil to be with her family. And so when she talks to the lawyer, lawyer tells her, you can do what you want to do. You all have 50-50 custody over the child because, neither one of them are the legal custodial parents. And so because they're married, they have 50-50 right to the baby until once somebody goes to court and files for full custody of the baby. And so Paul tells her, that he's going to hire a lawyer and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. He asked Karini, how did you even get there? And Karini said, I got there in an Uber. I called the Uber for myself and I went to the lawyer's office. Even when she was in the Uber, she knew that Paul was going to have a fit when he found out that she had done this, okay? She said this was the very first time that she had ever been out of the house without Paul. And I think that that's absolutely disgusting that this man has this much control over this young lady. And she's just trying to break free. She's in this house. She doesn't know anybody. She's in another country, okay? And it's like, I just want, I guess, to feel alive. I don't know. But it just was absolutely disgusting to me. But anyway, Paul begins to, make threats and all kinds of stuff against Karini, and Karini begins to cry. She just wants to, she was like, I don't really want to just take the baby. I want, you to get your life together. I'm not feeling it here. And you can see the baby anytime you want. I'm not going to prevent you from seeing the baby. And Paul's saying, well, I got 50% custody here, and I'm going to go to Brazil, and I'm going to do this. Like, she just trapped in a closet. And I just feel so sorry for Karini because I can't imagine being somewhere, and I just feel like I'm just being held hostage. Paul got angry with her and was like, I would have freaked out if you weren't home. Bitch, why? You just got her here so that you can keep your foot on her neck. You understand what I'm saying? And you just want to just control everything about this young lady. You don't want to give her the freedom that she needs to have. And no wonder her ass is gone now, Paul. Like, this is absolute. See, this stuff is playing out. You can hide it as long as you think you can hide it. But now that we done seen it, now it makes it understand. We understand where Karini is with this. And so, bitch. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine living like that. The next couple that I want to talk about is Angela and Michael. It is Angela's girlfriend JoJo is on her way, and Angela is excited about that. But before she goes and picks JoJo up from the airport, she is going to go and get flowers for her wedding. She wants a bouquet, and she wants that bouquet to represent everybody who is not there. And while they're sitting there and going through the flowers, Angela begins to cry because she realizes that her family is not going to be there. Excuse me, y'all. This is supposed to be a happy occasion for Angela, and it's not turning out that way right now in this moment that Angela is happy. She decides that she wants them to put the flowers for each one of her grandchildren's birth month. And so I think she said October and March. And she wanted her to put those in there so that her grandbabies could walk down the aisle with her. And so it was just, that was really touching, for Angela to be crying about that. And Michael and the florists began to encourage Angela and tell her it's okay. They're going to be with you, Angela. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. And so, of course, Angela leaves and she calls her grandbaby because they're on their way to pick up JoJo. JoJo is actually in the first person in Angela's little circle of her mother or family or friends to actually meet Michael. And we know that JoJo is there because she has to witness the ceremony. There has to be somebody there to witness it. And so she is there to do that. And Angela's like, she's very protective over me. She's probably going to go off on you if she sees something, and I respect her opinion. And so Angela now is, picking her up from the airport. JoJo's there. JoJo just got off the plane and talk about how much she loved Nigeria. And I'm like, girl, you ain't even walked on the soil good yet. But I'm happy that she is there for Angela. They decide to have a bachelorette or a unisex bachelorette party where Angela can control Michael's eyes. Angela is up in the club. Okay, they find out it's a strip joint because, of course, Michael's friends probably put this together, and Angela is a fucking tag along and will not even allow this man one last night to be able to have fun with his friends, drink, and all of that. And now she has to come along with him. Okay, y'all, excuse me, my eyes just, whoo, Jesus. And so she has to, come along with them and everything. And I'm like, for what, Angela? Let the man go out. His friends had plans for him, but they was like, we had to change the plans because grandma's coming. And so, they're in the club and Angela's freaking all over Mike. She's taking shots. She's giving people, little crowns with penises on it. Why she would give a man a penis to put on his head, I don't know. This was probably supposed to be for the production crew since Angela really doesn't have any friends there. And most of Michael's family is religious and probably wouldn't step foot in a strip club. And so they're having a great time. And then all of a sudden you see this girl, this little black girl over there, girl, and she is making that thing clap. Do you hear me? The thing is clapping like in slow time. I mean, that joint is going, God, cow, 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 cow. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I ain't lying. Them cheeks was going, I said, bitch, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Let me tell you now, I was looking at it and my heart was palpitating. I said, God damn, you talk about making it clap. I mean, them mofos was clapping in slow motion, bitch. I mean, I'm talking about a standing ovation to young girl. And I mean, the cameraman was all up on that. And Michael was lying. And Angela caught his ass. But Angela was looking too and wishing it was something she knew how to do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, girlfriend need to hold some classes for the way them cheeks was slapping up there like that, bitch. I was like, girl, if you don't go ahead on to make that thing work and twerk, that was past twerking. I don't even know what you call that. Maybe you call it chirking or something like that. I don't know. Y'all put it in the comment section. But girlfriend had that, but she a bad mama drama too. I mean, and the butt cheeks was tight too. You go bust up. Anyway, so Angela, of course, got jealous, and now all of a sudden she's out of the wants to leave. And she's telling Michael, you with me, and I want my fiance to be looking at me and not looking at you. Just had to look back. Why wouldn't he look back? He's in the strip club. Angela, you think you wasn't looking? The only reason why you like that is because you're so intimidated. So Angela and JoJo and everybody gets into the Uber, and Michael's in the front, and Angela's in the back with JoJo. Angela's, of course, is drunk. A drunkard mind speaks a drunkard speaks a sober mind, and she's back there talking about how Michael is going to be with how he is when she is not around. She is so insecure about Michael, and it's just absolutely pathetic to me. And she's like, I can't marry him. I don't know what he's going to be doing behind my back, and so on. So they get to the cabin or to the apartment, and of course, she's like, Michael, I'm done, and she goes into the room with JoJo. It's just absolutely pathetic on how this woman treats this man. I mean, this isn't love. I mean, love just doesn't act like this. It's not boastful. It's not proud. It's not controlling. It's not manipulative. It's not verbal abuse. It's none of that kind of stuff. And I know that Angela thinks that she loves Michael, but I really do believe that she believes that Michael is a possession to her. It is just completely and totally sickening the way that she behaves with this man. Like, I'm serious. It's really, really sad. The next person I want to talk about is Coltie and Jessica. Coltie, of course, has asked Debbie permission for Jessica to come. Coltie has told all these lies about, Jessica and told all these lies to Jessica. But yet and still, he wants Jessica to come over here to, the United States, in particular to Las Vegas, to spend time with him. And so he, coaxes her into, or convinces her to come, and she's coming knowing that he has all these secrets. And so, of course, Jessica, thinking that, this is somebody that she can have a relationship with, decides that she's going to come to Vegas. And, remember when Coltie was setting it up, and last episode, he was saying that she could stay in the household, but it looks like Jessica is at a hotel. And so he decides that because she likes cats and he likes cats, that they're going to meet at this cat adoption center. And so they get there and they're having drinks and everything, and they get to pet the little kittens and stuff like that. And then now Coltie decides that he wants to talk to Jessica, and Jessica was like, Coltie, I've had 8 women to hit me up in my DMs to say that, you've been sending them, text messages, and you've been sending your little weenie across. Like, who wants to see it? Like, a lot of us have already seen it. Like, who wants to see it? Like, are you serious, Coltie? She said these women get up in the morning and it's like, hello, my dick. Hello, here's my wee-wee. Okay, hello, here's my weenus. Hello, okay, here's my thumb. Okay, here's my pinky. These women are waking up in the morning and this man is sending these cotton freaking dick pics. I can't even say that. I guess it is. To him. And he's flirting with this one. She said, come on, Coltie, 8 women in 1 month. And it's just like, it's the nastiest thing. And she said, Coltie, you lie so much. You need to really see a doctor because you are starting to believe the lies that you're telling. Coltie is trying to say the reason why I acted this way is because you blocked me on Instagram or you blocked me on social media. So what? Just because I block a bitch means that you get like Coltie, he doesn't even have an excuse for his behavior. This is just Coltie saying, I need to stay on 90 Day Fiance a little while longer, so I'm going to continue to date women outside of the country. And I'm going to abuse these women and treat them like they are trash, all in the name of getting a paycheck off of TLC. It's absolutely deplorable the way that he acts. And so, of course, she comes to the house. And he's saying she's feisty and she's mad and she's angry. She has every right to be angry, Coltie. He tries to play this victim role after he's told all these lies. Here it is, Vanessa is living in the household with him and staying in the third bedroom with him and Debbie, when Debbie sat there and lied when she was in Brazil covering for her son, indicating that Vanessa was only there to watch the cat. So Debbie is just as much as a liar as Coltie is. She is conspiring with this. Okay, she's colluding, she's doing all of that kind of stuff. And then the two of you all get mad when this woman reacts to it. Any woman will react to something like that. So anyway, she's sitting there and Debbie's trying her best not to scratch the girl's eyes out. So Jessica says, I like the pinball machine, I like the slot machine. And Debbie said, well, I pulled it today, it didn't hit. And so, Debbie is, making the girl uncomfortable, comes out her trick bags and says something smart. And Vanessa and Jessica was like, I can show you the pics, Debbie. Debbie refuses to see them because Debbie's already seen them. Debbie already knows her son is a creep. And she knows that absolutely, babe. Debbie likes the paycheck too. They are doing this for the money and hurting people along the way. Convincing women to join this show with them, with him, because they're in this relationship. Only to jerk them around for ratings. It is just absolutely deplorable, Coltie. I'm going to tell you, you're going to get your karma, Coltie. You're not getting away with none of this. I know you think this funny and you getting away with something, but I'm going to tell you, buddy, you ain't getting away with nothing. The thing already look like a thimble, okay? It already looks like a thimble. What it's going to do is suck in like a belly button, bitch. You're going to be walking around with a belly button between your legs, you son of a mother. The last couple I want to talk about is Kalani. They put the writing up on the wall, y'all. Y'all know when they put the writing on the wall, the writing on the screen, them went down. So evidently, when Kalani and Kalani was sitting out there talking about Asuelu went the hell off. An altercation bust off in the house, right? I'm going to give y'all street. I'm going to give it to y'all street talk, right? An altercation popped off and bust off up in there, okay? It was like pop up in there, okay? And so Swelu left the house, okay? Before he had to drop somebody, he had to put the pause on somebody. He wrote about that camp, right? He went down to the fam's house. And so after he went to the fam's house, of Kalani and Kalani was talking, and they was like, bitch, this was too much. We're going to have to go stay at the hotel. We're going to have to stay at the hotel, the Holiday Inn, bitch, okay? Where your man is messing up. They got the hell up out of Dodge. Kalani was talking all that stuff, talk about she could bust everybody, bust everybody ass. She can't even bust a grape. Her and her sister got the fuck out of there, whatever happened up in that camp. Okay? Swelu came back the next day. She was sitting up there talking about she don't know whether or not she going to be able to stay in her marriage. Ain't the bitch still married to the man and defending him on Instagram? You talking about somebody that just love being a doormat. You talking about Kalani. Kalani sat up there with them daggone children. And I'm telling you right now, when she picked up that second child and was like, it's your turn, and next thing you know, she was breastfeeding him, I was like, I know you ain't breastfeeding that little boy that's 1 year old that's walking his ass around that just had a damn party out in California. Bitch, I know you not still putting that big old boy up on your breasts. You got that much damn milk? You still got that? What the? Now, I know some people keep their babies on, on their breast for a long time. But, bitch, ain't no way in the world I have a grown man walking around breastfeeding on me like that. God damn, they... So anyway, Oswelu comes back. It's February. It's Valentine's Day. Okay, he then came back. He got flowers and a balloon and everything, and he's like, all is right with the world. Happy Valentine's Day. So Kalani says, so you just act an ass on February 13th, and then you come back on February 14th because it's Valentine's Day, and you just think that you gonna just, you're gonna do me any kind of way. You're gonna bring me some flowers and balloons, and everything's supposed to be all right. So Oswela was like, yeah, I figured that it happened yesterday. We ain't talking about it. So Kalani was like, nah, bitch, it ain't gonna happen like that. You scared to dog out of me and my sister last night. We left and rolled out and went to a hotel. Evidently, she told him where the hotel was, and evidently he took her car because she was sitting up in a hotel when he came there trying to get everything gone. And Kalani was up out of there. Kalani damn well she called her father on speed dial and told her father what was going on. The funny thing about it is Kalani called her mother and asked her, told her mother, there's some stuff that went down between her and Oswelu, and asked the mother, did you have these kind of problems with daddy? And the mother was like, bitch, we still having problems. Every couple has problems. But we're not having problems like that. And she said, you got to think about them boys. You got two boys. Now, that could go one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you look at little boys like that, they end up being abusers because they watch the abuse. And the thing about it is Kalani and Asuelu, at this point, they like on the borderline of, in my opinion, of getting physical. Because it ain't but so much arguing you going to be able to do before you just be wanting to put the paws on the bitch, okay? And so when I look at this situation and I look at what is really going on between the two of them, I think they about to throw down. Like, I really do think that they was about to be thrown down. And Kalani needs to get out of this relationship. But you can't tell a woman what to do with her man. Don't y'all know that? You cannot tell a woman what to do with her man. Because what she will do is turn on your ass. And then feel like, okay, well, I'm going to stay with him to spite you. Bitch, you ain't spiting me because I'm good over here. You ain't spiting me. But she tells Asuelu that they need to go to counseling. And Asuelu's whole excuse for popping off was that he didn't want Kalani up in the business. Okay? He didn't want her up in the business. But your sister and your mother all up in the business. Your mother and your sister faking like she trying to fight you, and trying to fight Kalani. And your mother says she don't give a damn about the kids, okay? And so your sister and them is all up in there. You all up in there with the sisters and with the mother, and that's all right. But when Kalani say something, you want to bust off. That motherfucker is abusive. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me that what we see is just this is a very small, mild portion of who this mofo really is. Like Kalani, you need to roll out, young, for real, on the first thing smoking. And she's sitting up there talking about she, don't know whether or not she could stay in this relationship with Asuelu. They get to the airport and he got her dragging the kids and a thing of luggage and he just sliding some three little. I said, bitch, what the hell is going on? And then he goes in a revolving door with his dumb ass out. Like, why are you in the revolving door? Didn't Kalani just push a button and go through a door? Why both of y'all didn't go through the same day? I'm going to tell you right now. This episode, like I said, if I had to rate this episode, I absolutely would give it a D. It was, it just was a whole bunch of sad love songs racking my brain like crazy. Okay, in the words of Tony Braxton, bitch. I just was like, thank you so much, C. Cruz, for the 1999 Super Chat. You are amazing. Thank you, C. Cruz. I just was like, this is a Debbie Downer episode. It didn't really even go really high. It just stayed really low. And I just was like, these couples are having more problems than what it is that we think that they're having, okay? And, I guess it's really good to see it because it's the reality of life sometimes. Everything ain't all peachy keen. But I'm going to tell you, they got some up marriages right now up in this camp, and we ain't seeing nothing really positive with none of these mofos, okay? I agree, Auntie, a grade of a D. Thank you so much, Leo Lion. What do y'all rate it? I mean, I rate this a D. I just at first I was trying to give it a C minus. I can't even get a bitch a C minus, okay? Tell me what you think in the comments section. What would you have rated? Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Mo Phillips, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, boo. I just don't see this just being okay. D. Somebody gave it an F. Creole girl, 123. Yes, an F. My chocolate thunder. D. Yes. None of them is worth a damn. Said Chris Dooley. Okay, so y'all gave it bad ratings too. Yeah, I think if somebody said an F for effort, okay. The day in the life of heaven and what is that? Royal Walker said it's a Z, boo. Okay. It really wasn't a good episode. But we're gonna always try to make the best out of about of it. Auntie, I rate you an A plus 90 Day Fiance a D. Thank you so much. Who is that? Is that Betty Ross? Thank you, baby. That's Betty Ross. Yes, Graciela. Yeah, a double D. Thank you, Eva O'Neill Freeman. Yeah, next week CX does absolutely look better. But this is the end of my review. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to give these mofos, all right? And then I got to go and rest my eye, put my antibiotic in my eye, and lay back in the bed and just, try to get this eye together so that tomorrow I ain't looking all jacked up. When we come out and do 90 Day Fiance the other way, don't forget that tomorrow is going to be on 90 Day Fiance the other way. They're going to be doing a little small break, which is what we kind of really want anyway. Um, yeah, we want that break. So I love you all to pieces. Y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Don't forget to like, share this video with your friends, your family. Okay, we got to get some more family members up in this camp, all right? I love you all so much. Thank you, Mary Grace, for modding for me. Love y'all. Bye.